The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hey, everybody. Anthony Morrison here. If you can hear me live here on the Success Connection, just say yes in the comments box. I am sitting down today, so I know that for those of you that are here all the time, you're probably like, why are you not standing up? We'll talk about that in a minute. But just say yes if you can hear me. Listen, if you are a member of our Success Connection group and you have not already done so, please post inside of the group. Let everyone know that you are here live on the Success Connection and that tonight we are giving away the autoresponder emails for your funnels. So we're giving you the autoresponder emails tonight. I actually wrote these while I was in the Bahamas last weekend. So I think that they're kind of creative. I was in a creative space. So we're going to be giving those away. And then we're also giving you a second shot to get the free 8-figure funnel formula book. And you're getting the only shot at getting the editable copy of the book. So you'll get the editable copy of the 8-figure funnel book so that you can edit that up. Sorry about that. So that you can edit it and make it your own, and everything is good. So if you're excited to be here, just put yeses in the comments box. Make sure that you are telling everybody in the Success Connection group that they need to be joining us. Listen, I'm going to start the webinar off with this, and I will not talk about it or say anything about it at the end of the webinar. I really talked a lot about it last week. But if you are not a member of our group, you should join our Success Connection group. It's right here. I will put it in your chat box for you on GoToWebinar. It takes like 2 seconds to go there, and then just click the button to request to join. It's completely free. You can see it highlighted right there on your screen. It's also now in the chat box. You have no excuse to not know how to get there. It's a completely free group. Thousands of people helping each other. So should be an awesome opportunity for all of you. This is where we give away cash prizes and we do really cool stuff. It's all inside of our private group. So join that now. If you are new to the Success Connection, I want to welcome you, say congratulations. We're glad to have you. We're always excited to have new people. So many people are here, that have been here for now going on 3 years, every single Thursday. But then there's also a lot of new people. And I know that, that every single week, we've got new people joining. So I want to make sure that we're very clear on something, okay? The Success Connection is a training for all of my students. It does not cover a specific course. If you just enrolled today or yesterday in one of our courses, awesome, thank you for doing that. You're going to love it. But this particular training has nothing to do with any course that you've purchased. This is a free training that I'm doing to help you guys create your business, build your business, and of course, make money on the internet. I want you to type the word yes if you understand that this has nothing to do with any of the courses you've purchased. Just say yes. What we're having is, unfortunately, after the Success Connection every week, now we're getting bombarded with messages from people that said, I just joined today and I got on your Success Connection and it has nothing to do with Facebook and it had nothing to do with this. And I don't understand why So I'm trying to be very clear that this is an extra training, okay? Some people are saying best training ever, lots of value. This is something I do for you guys for free. All right, so what I want to talk to you about today is what I think is the most valuable part of your business. Now, I will be a little more brief today. I plan to be off of here in an hour, fingers crossed, maybe. But that's because I want to provide you with just enough ability to kind of start doing something. And I want to kind of baby step you through it and not throw too much at you at one time, okay? So I want to go back over something. Now, real fast, some of you are new and have already asked me in the chat box, what do I do if I'm new and I haven't seen the last trainings? Check this out. If you're new, you should have access to your Morrison Education portal, okay? That's where all of your courses are. There's a button in here that says Success Connection. It's right here. It says Success Connection. If you click that button, you can watch the archives of all of our trainings, okay? So you can watch the archives of all of our trainings inside of there, completely free, okay? So make sure that you catch back up with your training and with really what we are covering. And here's why I want you to catch up. These are the notes from tonight, and what I've done is I'm building on the notes from last week and then all the way back to when we first started our session, so I can give you a really quick, overview of where we're at, what we're doing, and then of course build upon that each and every week. We talked a lot about how there are different pillars of profits. So we talked about this already. The one we are focusing on right now currently is the one that these big black arrows are going to, and that is selling your own digital product. Now, there's a reason that we're focusing on that, and that is simply because there are two ways that you can profit. You can profit, obviously, by selling your own product, right? But then there's this big thing over here, this email list that you can generate profits from. So 2 profit points, okay, which I feel like is obviously very valuable. So we started talking about the 8-figure funnel formula book and how we deliver that book to people. We first of all created in step 1 a digital sales page where somebody could buy this, buy this book, right? So somebody could buy this book. Then we talked about what we call an upsell, which is where after somebody buys the book, we can offer them something else. And in this case, it's offering them ClickFunnels, which is a great platform. We'll talk about it. It's what I use. It's what pretty much all of you use as well. And then we offer them the ability to go to our thank you page. Okay, so we offer them a few different, things as they kind of come through what we call our funnel. Now, with our sales page, the great part about this is you set the price. That means you get to choose what you're going to sell this book for. Some of you that are new might be saying, what book? Well, it's a book that I've already written and I'm giving to you. Not only am I giving it to you, I'm giving you the ability to sell it. So I'm giving you the ability to sell my book. You keep 100% of the money. You keep 100% of everything. It's all yours, right? Which is really cool. So we gave you some notes here on what you need to do to get that book set up so that it can be bought through your ClickFunnels account. If you missed our last session from last week or the week before, you'll want to go back and watch those replays, okay? Because there's no point in me going over that all over again when there's a full training where we focus for literally 2 straight hours on how to do this. So go back through that and follow through. Then we start talking about there were different ways to make money. You have the main product, you have the upsell, but you also have this thing right here called a bump sale. This is something that is offered to people when they check out. I will be creating and giving you this next week. You will get the bump sale next week. So everybody make a note of that. Next week, if you're on here live, I will give you the bump sale completely free. I'm actually creating something for you that you can sell as a bump sale. So we kind of talked about what our real business strategy was. And so this is kind of the flow that we've been going through, and that's why I wanted to do a quick catch-up session. Okay. What we've been going through is that we talked about how we were going to do this particular funnel, like we were giving you a funnel. We did that 2 weeks ago. Then we said we were going to give you a book, all right, a free book that you can now sell and keep the profits on. Well, we did that as well. We said we were going to give you a bump sale. That's happening next week. We're going to teach you how to put it all together, build your business, and then automate all of your emails. The only thing that I've done is that this week I have inserted the fact that we're going to give you the autoresponder emails. So in week 5, I'm going to share with you how to automate everything, right? How to create the automation. But this week, I'm actually going to give you the emails, all right? So that's what you're going to get here from me. Now, you had some homework, which was setting up your Stripe account, reviewing your funnels, and creating your affiliate links and stuff like that, which we've already kind of gone over, and most all of you have probably done this. Again, if you're new, The great thing about the Success Connection is you never get left behind. We are always catching up and going over the things that we did the previous week. And then, of course, you always have access to those trainings to catch yourself up as well. But this week, what I want to do is I want to talk to you about the importance of your email marketing, okay? So super, super, super important, because that's where the real money is. So if we're looking at this funnel starts off now with what we call a sales page, okay? So it starts off with a sales page. Now, on that sales page, there's what we call a form, okay? And this is where people will put in basically their information. So you've got all this stuff that's creating sales, but then you have what we call this little web form here, okay? Now, what's going to happen is, okay, what's going to happen here is that when somebody decides they want to buy, okay, they're going to go to what we call your upsell page, okay? And this is where we have some, some kind of video or text or whatever, and then we have a button that says buy, right? So we'll talk about that. I'm actually going to show you the funnel in just a second. And then from there, they end up on your thank you page, okay? Now, all of this we've kind of already discussed. The difference is that they end up on your autoresponder, okay, which is your email, but they end up on that autoresponder in two different places. You see, at first, they end up on what we call a prospects list. This is what you want to write down. We end up on a prospects list, okay? If they buy, they end up on what we call a buyers list. So would you all agree that you actually have two different lists of people that come through this funnel? Yes or no? We have two different lists, okay? I see lots and lots and lots and lots of yeses. That's very, very good. Really, really awesome. Okay, yes. So we have two different lists. That means that you need to send out emails, okay, to these lists that make sense for that list. Now, let me ask you guys something. If you have a lot of people that are prospects, that means they put their information in, but they did not buy. What type of emails do you think we should send to those people? What should the prospects be getting? What should we be trying to do to the prospects? Okay, I see follow-ups, but what should we follow up about? What do we say to those people? That's right. Somebody said convert them, try to get them to buy the book. You see, these emails out of the gate, what we really want to do is try to sell the book, okay? Because look, they came in, they watched our, they saw our sales page, but they didn't buy the book, but they were interested enough in the book to have, put their information in. So what we want to do is we want to focus on trying to sell that book because we know that they were interested in it to some degree. Now, what about the buyers? What do we want to try to do to the buyers initially, okay? Because they've already bought the book. What should we do to them? That's right. Okay. So a lot of you are saying out of the gate, we should try to push the upsells. So what that means is we should try to sell ClickFunnels, okay, because that's our upsell. We should try to sell our bump sale, whatever that happens to be, right? I'm creating that for you. And then you can move on to other promos, okay? But out of the gate, these are the important things to be promoting to your list once these people get on this list. Now, let me take a quick second, okay? It'll be a very quick second to show you this funnel. All right, so for those of you that are new and you haven't seen this, this is the sales page funnel that we're talking about right now, where you can actually sell the 8-figure formula book. So I wrote this book, and I am giving you full rights to sell it at whatever price point you want to sell it at. And the last couple of weeks, including this week, are positioned to teach you how to edit this funnel, create your own funnel, use the funnel I've given you, and then ultimately sell the book, right? So that's what this is really all about. This form down here is the one I'm talking about, where when somebody puts their name, address, their name, email address, and phone number in, and they click go to step 2, they become a prospect on your email list. That means they're on your email list, but they're not a buyer yet. If they were to go through and go to this purchase side here, okay, and actually purchase, now they become a buyer and they go on your buyers list. So that is where we get the 2 different lists here. We've got buyers and we've got non-buyers. And we want to treat those 2 types of people differently on our email list. So tonight what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the emails that I've written for you, and then I'm going to flat out just give you these emails that I wrote that are a quick follow-up series that are designed to help you create more sales of this book and or create more sales of your upsell. Because after somebody buys this book, the next step in the funnel is this step right here. All right. It's that you want to drive them back to getting a ClickFunnels account. Why do we want them to get a ClickFunnels account? Because we know that everything that is taught in the book, okay, is going to be taught around ClickFunnels. So as they're consuming the book, as they're reading the book, if we can give them a few emails that's kind of like, hey, I know you're reading this book now. I know you've seen that this is really awesome. I know you've seen that ClickFunnels really rocks. Make sure you start your free trial. Here's a second chance in case you didn't do it when you first got this book. ClickFunnels creates monthly recurring income. That is hugely important for you because that means every single month you're guaranteed to be making more and more and more money. One of the things I love about recurring income, even though we don't do as much of it probably as we should, but one of the things that I love about ClickFunnels and about just recurring income in general is that this gives you the ability, okay, to know that when the next month starts, you're already going to make some money. If you do nothing, you're going to make money, right? And then you start off with a little more than you started off with the previous month. And that's what's so great about having some kind of continuity and recurring revenue. Now, Ann just said something very smart. If they stick with it, that's the reason why we provide them with the book, because the book is designed to teach them enough to get them actually started so that they're not just buying something with absolutely no clue how to use it, right? That's the reason why. In fact, look, it's very simple. How many of you on this webinar right now have ClickFunnels? Type number 1. How many of you already have ClickFunnels? Type number 1. Okay, tons and tons and tons of ones coming in. Now, not all of you signed up for ClickFunnels because of me, but a lot of you did, okay? But not all of you, all right? But here's the thing. You have ClickFunnels and you keep ClickFunnels because I'm sitting here teaching you how to build businesses in ClickFunnels. Kind of makes sense. If I were to just say, get ClickFunnels and then disappear, most all of you probably would have already canceled ClickFunnels because if you're not using it, why would you pay for it? But at this point, I'm teaching you so much about ClickFunnels that by default, you pretty much, I hope I don't crash my web browser. That would be terrible. Let's see. Well, I don't see anything that's not working. 1 second. Looks like it's working fine to me. I teach you so much about ClickFunnels that you're constantly using that knowledge. So why would you get rid of the program? That doesn't make any sense at all. And so what we want to do by giving that book to people is we want to have that book start teaching people how to use ClickFunnels so that they will stay with the program, because by staying with the program, you will continue to make more money. Does everybody understand that? Just say yes if you do. All right. I see lots and lots and lots of yeses. So give me 1 second. It appears that my web browser froze up a little bit. Let me pull up these emails so you can take a quick look. We're going to look at the non-buyer emails first. So all of you should see some of the non-buyer emails on your screen right now while I try to pull this back up here. So 1 second. Well, I don't want to have to undo that. So there you go. Not going to. All right. So let me pull my emails back up. All right. So this is the non-buyer emails. Now I want to talk to you about why I wrote this way. Okay. And I also want you to understand, I'm going to give you this file tonight so that you can literally swipe these emails and start using them yourself. We'll see if we can't make this no, that's not going to zoom in. Can everybody read these decently well? I have the text blown up pretty big. Okay, good. All right, so let's go through this real fast. Here's what we did, and here's the way that I write this prospecting email. And by the way, if you guys don't believe in email and you don't believe in what I'm teaching and all that stuff, that's okay. But I invite you to go and look. I think it was in our Success Connection group. I'm not sure. But Vic posted where he made $398, almost $400 implementing one thing that I taught about email in our M Insider newsletter. So if for those of you that have the M Insider newsletter, you need to actually, what's up, Vic? Vic is live with us here tonight. If you have the M Insider newsletter, I invite you to pay attention and to go log in and look at what I taught you, because I taught you something in there that's a trick we've been using this month that have got email open rates over 70% in some cases, which is insane, by the way. So I'm always doing something with email. So the sequence that I wrote here is what I think would work well with this funnel. I will be launching this funnel and using this funnel at the same time as you. So we'll refine it and we'll make it better together. But here's the plan and the strategy. You'll see where this says to wait 30 minutes on day 0. What that actually means is wait 30 minutes, okay? So wait 30 minutes after someone subscribes to your list. Wait 30 minutes. If they have not bought yet, okay, so that basically means if they're still on the non-buyers list, that means they have not bought yet. Send them this email. And the subject is, did we miss your order? So now we're talking about, did we miss something? We're talking about orders. This creates a lot of urgency to open up an email, because honestly, even if you knew you didn't order it, you're probably going to be looking at it saying, wait a minute, did I order it? What are you talking about? Did I miss my order? Let me just make sure that I did or I didn't or whatever, right? You definitely should fix any typos that you see in my emails, okay? Because I wrote these while in the Bahamas. Some of it was on a flight. Some of it was in bed at night when Alexa fell asleep. So I have not proofread this, and I'm really not that good at proofreading anyway, not gonna lie. I could read the same sentence 50 times and not see the typo that's in it. This is just one of those things where I don't excel. But did we miss your order? Then it says, I just wanted to check and make sure we did not miss your order for the 8-figure formula book. If you need the link to grab your book, just go here. This links them back to your sales page. I know sometimes tech things can create issues when finalizing your order, so I wanted to make sure to give you the link one more time. Additionally, I want to say thank you for getting your copy of my book. Now, what have I just done in that sentence right there? What have I just done in that sentence? I want to say thank you for getting your copy of my book. I have assumed the sale. I have assumed, that's right, Paul says the assumption closed. I have assumed that they've already that they're going to buy this book, right? This creates just a little, it just moves the needle like that much further towards we're buying something, right? It's the assumption close. I truly believe if you're an absolute beginner who's never had any success online, this book can help you. I also feel like if you've had some success, but you're looking for ways to grow and create even a more profitable business, this book can help you. How cool is that? Okay, well, once again, here's the link to finish your order for the book. And then it says, P.S., if you did already complete your order, well, congrats on getting your book, and I look forward to helping you. I put that in there in case, by any chance, a buyer ends up getting this email, and they don't freak out saying, oh my gosh, I got this email. You see what I'm saying? I cover my bases there. I also talk about the fact that if you're a beginner and you've never started a business, this is a great book for you. Alternatively, if you've got a business but you want more success from it, this is still a great book for you. What I'm doing is I'm taking a person, I'm entering the conversation in their mind. And that's the biggest thing that I want you guys to understand about writing copy, especially emails. You should write this down. You want to enter the conversation that is happening in someone's mind. That is the best way to create massive success. Hold on one second. I smell something burning in my house. Let's see. My wife just cooked something and I smell something burning. Hold on one second. It's always better to be very still when doing a webinar with 2 Yorkies in the house. I smelled something burning. I guess maybe it's okay. Better safe than sorry. We haven't had very good luck lately. So I didn't want to just like not go check. So I smelled something burning. I'm assuming it was meant to burn because I don't see any fires. So anyway, entering the conversation in somebody's mind. That's the key. So when somebody's reading this and they did not buy this book, what conversation's going on in their mind? They might be saying, I don't really need this book because I'm a beginner and this book is too advanced for me. They might also be saying, I've already got my own page. I've already got my own funnels. You know, why do I need this book? So I'm entering the conversation in somebody's mind. Biggest takeaway that you can get. Okay. Then it says on day 1, okay, so this would be the following day. I put no book. Is this why? All right. Now, this is asking a question in a subject line. This is very important stuff because this helps to bring people into a conversation with you, which is ultimately what you want, right? Because if they're thinking, well, is this why? They'll open this email. And then it says, hey, I want to level with you right now, okay? It's my full intent to get my 8-figure formula or my 8-figure funnel formula book in your hands. So I'm upfront with them. This is my full intent. I believe it will change lives. So here's the link to get your copy. Now, I know you started to place your order, but something held you back. Let's talk about that word that kills success. It's fear. I know. We hate to say it out loud. We all know it affects every decision we make in our lives. So if you held back out of fear, please remember that no successful person got there by fearing failure. Failure only comes to those who completely give up. And as you'll find in my book, when you get it, that's not an option. I believe this book helps so many people break through fears and smash success right in the face. I link this, right? So this is a link back to our sales page. The first thing you need to be a successful online business owner is a funnel. Why is there anything else, or why learn anything else until you've learned this? Nothing else really matters, to be honest. This book will show you a proven 6-step formula to building my 8-figure funnels. So let's not let fear hold you back. Let's not let it rob you of success. Instead, let's smash it in the face together, because once you get my book, I'll be here to help you and to guide you. So get your book now. We put a link in there. And then, of course, we sign off. Now, what we address here is another conversation that that people could be having in their head, and that is the conversation of fear. I've bought stuff that didn't work. I've tried that, it didn't work. I've done this and I've done that. All the excuses and all the fear that they have by making yet another decision that's not going to work for them, right? So that is the reason why we address fear in this email. So we've addressed, is it right for me? I'm a beginner or I'm a little more advanced. And is it right for me? We addressed that in the first email. In the second email, we bring up this big word of fear. Now, in the third email, which goes out day 2, what we do is we play off of a little more of a urgency factor. Okay, it says removing book, final chance. Okay, now, if I've been thinking about this and I thought maybe this is for me, but maybe it's not, maybe I'll get it. Now I've got a little more urgency to take action. It says, this is the final time I'll be asking you to make sure to get your copy of my book, The 8-Figure Funnel Formula. Here's the link. There are only 2 reasons I can possibly think of that you would not already have this book. And that's maybe a tech issue, or you simply fear that it might not work for you. We've addressed both of those concerns in my previous email, so what's left? There's really no reason at all. The book is as close to free as you can possibly get. Now, this is assuming you're trying to sell the book for $7 or so. So certainly it can't be a money thing. Making a nominal investment in your business is, after all, the smart thing to do. I know life sometimes gets in the way, and hey, sometimes we just need time to think about what direction we want to go, and that's cool. That's why I'm giving you one last chance to get your copy of the 8-Figure Funnel Formula right now. Here's your final link to grab the book. What we're doing here is we're using the word final constantly, right? We're just constantly using the word final, because the word final is, well, it's finite, right? And people are scared of finite. They're scared of final chance. They're scared of my final email. As you can see, there's no more emails in this, because there's no reason to keep sending somebody an email for 9 days that basically hasn't bought this book, right? After this type of email, at the end of the day, they're probably not going to buy it if they didn't buy it, right? Now, what I would do is wait for a little more time and go back maybe 14 days later or 30 days later and say, hey, by the way, we're releasing this book again. Would you like to check it out? Maybe they're at a different point in time in their lives, in their business, in their mindset, and 30 days from now, it sounds like a great deal or a great idea and a great thing to do, where it doesn't sound maybe so much like that today. So the fear of loss, right? The fear of loss, the fear of being left out, the fear of not being included, those types of things cause us to take action, right? And that's kind of what we're touching on in this email. These emails are designed to increase your book sales. So what that means is, once you launch your funnel and you've got customers coming in, some of them are not going to buy, but these emails are going to push tons and tons and tons of people to actually buy the book, okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Just say yes if you understand the prospect's email sequence. All right, I see lots and lots of yeses. Okay, let's take a look then at the buyer's email sequence, okay? Now, these are the emails that go out to people after they buy the book. They bought the book. Now what do we do with them, right? What do we do with those people? Well, the first thing is, it says, welcome to the 8-Figure Funnel Formula. So it's a welcome email. And it says, I wanted to take a second to say thank you for grabbing your copy of my book. I also want you to know that I'll be here sending you some very valuable tips and strategies along the way to help you create more success from your funnels. So I set the expectation that they need to be looking for more emails from me. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, very good. And I said, in fact, let's start off with a tip right now. Here's what I would do immediately now that you have my book. Step one, of course, read the book front to back without stopping, and do not take notes, okay? Now, this is going to freak people out for a second, because when they read that, how many of you think that's crazy to not take notes, right? Right, I see lots and lots and lots of people saying, oh, you're nuts. Okay, that's going to cause your brain, it's called pattern interruption. And when we interrupt typical and normal patterns in the brain, we cause what happens is new synapses are formed, meaning the brain creates new connections to think, process, and see things differently, right? That's how your brain works. So when you understand the anatomy and the, I guess, neurology and how the brain works, then you can understand how to trick the brain into paying attention, right? That's how, I mean, that's a lot of what NLP is, right? It's the words that you say, creating new connections and synapses in the brain that then create the ability for you to think differently, right? And then, of course, with NLP, you're able to tap into those things and cause people to do things that you want them to do. With what I'm doing is I'm just creating these pattern interrupts, right? Because then the second thing I say is read the book a second time, but this time, make notes as you go, all right? Now, everybody's going to remember that they should read the book the first time without taking notes. What's happening here is we're teaching people to learn the right way, because the best thing for you to do is read this book multiple times, not just one time. So if I ask you to read the book, okay, then that's like read it and don't take notes. Well, you're not going to remember everything, but the second time you read it, you'll take better notes, because your brain will have already seen all of these words, formulated all of these connections and ways of processing. And now when you take notes, you're going to learn more. the second time around. Then it says the third time is answer the questions for the 6 steps to creating your funnel right on a notepad by your computer. So what I'm asking them to do is now implement just a little bit of what I taught in the book. Write down their answers to the 6-step formula. Why am I doing this? Well, first of all, what's the point in buying a book that you're not going to use? You have wasted your money and your time. So why would you even do that? The second thing is that the more that we can get them to buy into the process of creating funnels, the more likely they are to buy ClickFunnels. Does that make sense to you guys? Yes? We have now trained them enough that they feel like this is not going to just be one of those fly-by-night things where we just, oh yeah, that's cool, that's pretty awesome, buy. They're actually buying into the process. And in doing that, we're training them to trust us. We're training them to want to do what we're doing. We're training them to believe and to feel and to know that they should be doing these funnels, right? Now they've answered these questions, but what do they do with them? How do they create that funnel? They've answered the questions, but what's next, right? Well, that's why we say, I'll be back tomorrow with more help. And then on day 1, which is the second day, I say, you need to do this today. And it says, okay, you got your copy of my book yesterday, and I believe it's going to help you crush it online. As you know, I told you that you'll need to get your own access to ClickFunnels to really implement what we teach. Here's the free trial. Honestly, a few years ago, there would be no way for me to show you all this so easily, but this one piece of software has revolutionized the ability for people to start their own online business. You can do everything in one single place, and it's not some cheap thing that gurus, if you will, don't use. So in other words, it's not some piece of software that some guru built, okay, that looks like it does a lot of cool stuff, so you buy it, but only buy it to find out that it sucks. Does that make sense to everybody? Like we're telling them, these gurus, if you will, they actually use this, okay? I said, heck, almost everyone I know uses this. There are plenty of 8-figure funnel award winners that use ClickFunnels to build their funnels. So today I want to make sure that you're armed with the tools to succeed. We're not here to play around, right? We're here to make this happen. So activate your free trial right now. So here's what I'm doing. I'm telling them that we're not here to play around. We're here to get things done. We're here to build a business. We're here to succeed. This is making the process of building their business more real to them, right? Now they think, you know what? I'm really here to do this. I'm not here to jack around. I bought this book. I've read it twice. I've answered all these questions. So what's next, right? I got to have this software. And of course, you would just link them back to your ClickFunnels affiliate link, right? Super simple. And of course, if you guys don't have a ClickFunnels affiliate link, you'll need a ClickFunnels account, but you also can watch my training from last week and the week before where we go through that. So very, very simple, very simple process. All right, now, we've really pushed them and told them this is why they need to do it. But on day 2, which is the next day, we say, have you logged in yet? Now, this is an assumption close in the subject line where I've basically said, hey, have you logged into this yet? So now it's like, well, wait a minute, I haven't logged in because I haven't bought it, which means I better buy it because I'm behind because I need to be logging in, right? That's why we open up and say, it's time to dig in and get your own business funnel created. I'm assuming you've already activated your free trial of ClickFunnels. And of course, we link back to your affiliate link so that you get paid. So what we want to do now is follow what I teach in the book. What is the goal for your business? Are you just building an email list? Are you selling a digital or physical product? Either way, simply follow the guide in the book and let's get your funnel created today. Making this process more real of creating a funnel today, right? Inside of ClickFunnels, just do the following. Click Create New Funnel. Choose the type of funnel that you want to create. Use the editor to make the funnel your own. It's really that simple. Now, we simplified creating a funnel into 3 very, very, very simple steps. How many of you would agree that those are the 3 steps to creating a funnel in ClickFunnels? Just say yes. All right, I see tons and tons of yeses. So if those are the three steps, now I've made it real, but I've also shown them, wow, it's just that simple. Create a funnel, click the type, edit it, right? So I've made them see that they can do it. right? Which is the biggest problem that most people have, is they feel like they can't do something that they really could do, right? They just don't know it yet. And that's what we do here. So I say, I know it should be more complex, and trust me, it used to be, but now it's simply that easy. If you've never built an online business, you can have one live in a matter of a few minutes, which is very true. That's why I love this stuff, and it's why I wrote this book that you now have. Everyone seems to think it has to be hard to build an online business, and that's just not true. I would love to know what you think. Just log into your account now and let me know once you're done. Now, here's the cool part about let me know once you're done. That implies that they can respond to the email and give you their opinions. What do people always want to give? They want to give their opinions, right? If you look, the most talked about stuff in the world right now is opinionated stuff. It's not fact-based stuff. In fact, if you think about it and you look and you pay close attention to it, look, everybody and their brother wants to give their opinion on, what's her name? Roseanne and her tweet right now, right? Like, this is literally like the biggest most talked about thing all over Twitter and everything. It's all opinion, right? There's no facts. There's no facts to any of it. It's just either you think she's a moron or you don't, right? Opinion-based. What's the second most popular thing, which has been the most popular thing to talk about forever? It's Donald Trump. Now, very rarely do you hear any facts about anything. You literally hear people's opinions. Donald Trump is a bad president because da-da-da-da-da. Donald Trump is a great president because da-da-da-da-da, right? And those opinions are fuel, right, for conversation, right? That's what happens when you allow opinion-based, conversation. That's why things like Facebook and, these types of platforms do so well, is because you allow people to give opinions. What we want to do is give them permission to give us an opinion right here inside of this email, because now they are more likely to buy ClickFunnels just so they can give us their opinion, right? Does that make sense to everybody? Yes? How many of you want to give me your opinion? See? Thousands of yeses hitting the chat box right now. So funny. So funny, so funny. So opinions are important. What these two email sequences do, guys, is these set you up to create more cash flow. One email sequence is set up to help you sell more books. The other email sequence is set up to help you create more sales of ClickFunnels, okay? Which in the end creates more cash flow for you. So back to my original drawing, okay? Right here. What I am giving you is right here. I am giving you these emails and these emails, okay, that you can load in and have sent out, right? Does that make sense? All right, so everybody says yes. Very good. You will get those tonight. Now, some of you asked me for a link to get the book where you can edit it, or in other words, where you can put your name in it or whatever you want to do. So I have created that link for you, and we'll give you that also. So tonight, you will get both of the autoresponder files. You will also get the book in a file that you can edit, okay? Now, here's kind of the what we want to do, where we want to go next, right? If you've got this funnel, okay, already done, so you've got the sales page, okay, and you've got this little form here, all right? And when people opt into that form, it's going to put them into what we call, what we call our non-buyer list or prospect list. If they buy, they'll go over here to this list, okay, which is your buyers. And all of these people will be getting emails, which I have given you, okay? So I have given you the emails, or I will be giving you those emails tonight, all right? And then, of course, there's the upsell page, which I gave you. That's part of the funnel. And then there's the thank you page, okay? Now, next week what we'll do is we'll focus on that bump sale that happens right here, because the bump sale happens right at the initial checkout. It's not a separate page. It's just a little box that you just, click. And that's, that's all that you have to do. So, hold on. Bonnie says, isn't it deceptive to claim that I wrote this book? So yeah, you don't have to claim that you wrote the book. All I'm saying is I don't care if you do or you don't, right? You don't have to claim that you wrote the book. You don't have to put anybody's name in the book. Maybe you want to add links to your pages or something like that in the book. You can do that, right? You can personalize the book, right? You can even sign off, my mentor wrote this and I'm giving it to you for free, whatever the case may be. So you can make the book your own. And I thought that would be a nice touch for everybody. So everybody didn't have the exact same book unless they wanted it. It's completely up to you. Next week, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the bump sales. Okay. I'm going to give you another product that you can sell. And I'm going to show you how to connect that bump sale to your, basically to your funnel, so that you can now sell the book, you can sell ClickFunnels, and you can sell this bump sale. Okay, so you've got 3 things that you can sell, which is 3 ways to add your own revenue to your business. Of course, you'll be able to do these emails like this as well. Now, some of you had asked me, how do you segment out your buyers? Okay, let me see if ClickFunnels. Let me just see if it'll work. My internet connection was doing bad. Okay. There are different things that you can do in here, but I'm just looking at. All right. So everybody's setup is going to be a little bit different, and that's the reason why I didn't necessarily want to do this. But basically what you can do is you can use this automation right here, okay? And in this automation, and if you have any specific questions on it, you can just message ClickFunnels and they'll show you how to do it. You can make it so that when somebody fills out the first part of that form, they come into your list as a prospect, and then you turn on this automation and you basically say, look, this is my ClickFunnels internal, but you can say, here's the action, right? And you can tell them which list to put people in. So you create 2 different lists, a buyer's list and a prospects list. And then you essentially say, when somebody actually buys, move them over here to this buyer's list, right? Does that make sense? Okay, good. So if you want specific details on how to do it, I can do some of that next week. I can just film it and give it to you. But the quick, easy way to do it is just ask ClickFunnels support. Just say, hey, on my form here, how do I get these people as prospects and then buyers put into the buyers list? And I mean, it's relatively simple. So they can show you how to do it when you set it up in there. I use an integration with GetResponse and Aweber and stuff like that. So I don't actually use ClickFunnels to send emails, only because I wasn't using ClickFunnels to send emails when I got ClickFunnels. If you're using it, that's great because everything's in one place. I just have so many email lists in so many places. There was no reason for me to create more in ClickFunnels. It would have been counterproductive because I have so many in so many places. So just ask ClickFunnels how to separate those buyers from those non-buyers, and I'm sure they'll walk you through it. Otherwise, I'll film a video and release it this week where I can literally walk through each step of it for all of you, because it seems pretty straightforward and pretty simple. So back to our original plan. So next week we're going to focus on the bump sale. So I'm going to show you how to create basically free money. Okay, free money with with this funnel. And so what we'll do is next week you'll go through and we'll do this bump sale piece right here. So this is coming next week. Okay, and then the following week we're basically going to put it all together. We're going to have a workshop that just it'll probably be 2 hours long. where we just put everything together, start to finish. We're learning pieces right now, right? And I want you to connect those puzzle pieces because you're learning. That's the key. Then I'm going to come through and just bring it all together, okay? Bring it all together for you in this putting it all together workshop. Then I'm going to automate your emails. And then the very last thing that we're going to do is traffic. I'm going to show you how to get traffic to the free book funnels because we definitely know how to get traffic to the free book funnels. So these are the things that are coming in the weeks ahead. So lots and lots of really cool stuff, lots and lots of really good stuff, and stuff that's going to help you to truly be able to build your business and make money. And that's the important part, because nobody wants to just sit around and twiddle their thumbs and go in circles and not really be successful. I've designed this where in 6 weeks, you ought to be able to sell your own products, make your own money, build your own email list, and truly be in business. And we're halfway through that specific training, right? So I think it's really, really cool. Now, I made a decision to do something today. And the reason I made this decision is because, honestly, I have a hard time not helping people. And that's especially at this time in my life. You know, there's not a day that goes by that I don't miss helping my dad, helping him with, you know, with everything. And so I usually say that, and I did close down our funnel to get this funnel right here. For everybody to get this actual, you know, to get this funnel here, the free book sales funnel, which includes the 2 pages to sell the book, the ClickFunnels upsell, and then the thank you page, all pretty much just done for you. And I released that 2 weeks ago. I'm going to find out real fast how many of you don't have this funnel. Type in the number 2 if you do not have it, okay? You don't have the funnel, this funnel that I'm showing you right here on the screen. All right, and it's because we have so many new students. And what upsets me is that we have new students every week, and it's deflating because on the one hand, I want to reward the people that are here live. On the other hand, I don't want to punish people that just joined 2 days ago that now can't get this funnel for free because they just joined 2 days ago, right? So I've decided to do something different. Instead of shutting down these things completely, like I've done in the past, I'm only going to leave them live on the nights of the webinar, okay? Which means the only way that you could get the free funnel or the free book or the free anything is if you were on here live and if you got the right password, which I'm going to give you guys in a minute, and all of those things. You know, I think that would probably be a smart, you know, a smart thing to do, because then everybody gets access if they join us live. That's the whole key. Is if I'm going to be here doing this, I want 1,000 people in the webinar, because I know that that's who should be here. We should have 1,000 people. We do have 1,000 people tonight, by the way. So I don't want to sit here and talk to myself and then everybody just go download free stuff the next day. I don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this funnel away tonight for all of you that don't have it, but I am going to shut it down in 1 hour's time. So in 1 hour, I'm going to kill the links. They won't work again until next week. So it would make really no sense for you to not get it tonight, because then you're going to get behind, right? So why would you want to do that? Why not just be here and get ahead? So how many of you would like to get this funnel tonight? Type the number 2 in if you'd like to get it. It's free. I give it to you for free. I see tons and tons of yeses. Now, clearly, let me be very, very transparent, because there are new people, and I get so tired of having to say this because I feel like I repeat myself so much at the beginning and end of my webinars each week. But clearly, you have to have ClickFunnels in order to use this funnel, because it's built in ClickFunnels. So what that means is that you would have to get the free trial of ClickFunnels, which we have. We have a link where we give you the free trial. It's right here, where you can actually get the free trial to ClickFunnels. Now, it's free trial for 14 days. And then at the end of 14 days, you would be responsible for either keeping ClickFunnels or canceling ClickFunnels. My hope is that obviously you would love ClickFunnels and what we're teaching you, and then boom, you keep it. The second thing is that if you click the link that you see here on this page, which is, I'm going to give you the link in a second. If you click this link and you get ClickFunnels, it is an affiliate link. I will get paid an affiliate commission, okay? Does everybody understand that? Just say yes if you understand that. Apparently the dogs understand that. Yes, that's Chloe and Sophie. Hey, girls. Hey, Daddy is working. And so I do get paid a commission. Now, if you don't want me to get a commission, perfectly fine. All you got to do is just go to clickfunnels.com, sign up for ClickFunnels. So does everybody understand, and is everybody good with the fact that I am not giving you these funnels just so that I can get you to buy ClickFunnels, right? If you already have it, great. If you want to buy it directly from ClickFunnels because you don't want me to get a commission, perfect. If you want me to get a commission on it or you don't mind, you can use the free trial link that I have for you. It's really that simple, okay? So I know people laugh at me all the time about saying that, but I like for people to understand that when I started giving away funnels, I had no clue about ClickFunnels commissions and all that stuff. I just literally I was like, wow, because with one click, you can put this down here. There's this 8-figure funnel formula. You can click this download button right here. And when you click it, I mean, literally, you instantly get access to that whole dang funnel. And I just thought that was the greatest thing ever created, because now everything's done for you. Literally, you click a button, done for you, the whole funnel. And that blew my mind, because for so long I tried to teach people how to build funnels or how to build pages and web page builders and all this stuff. And now all of a sudden, here's this software comes along, and you just literally just click a button and it's done. And you're just thinking to yourself, like, really? Where was this 10 years ago? You know? And so that's the reason why I started giving away these funnels, because I was like, man, I can build all this stuff for you. I can give it to you. You're going to have such a better chance of success and making money when I'm giving you what I'm using, right? But the catch to that is you have to have ClickFunnels, because it's the only way I can give it to you, right? And so I don't want you to think it's with bad intention or that I'm trying to hook you into buying it. It's really not. So feel free to just go to clickfunnels.com and buy ClickFunnels. That way ClickFunnels gets paid and I don't. If you want to use my link, awesome. So that's that. So you can get your funnel right here tonight. You can get the 8-figure formula book right here. So this is the book that you can sell and you can give away. It's right here. But I've also added what we call a DocX version. This is the version that you can edit, okay? So this is the version that you can edit, all right? Does that make sense to everybody, okay? All right, you can edit that version. So all you gotta do is click that button. It will instantly download that book, and you will be able to edit it. Just making sure, yeah. And you'll be able to edit the book for yourself. Additionally, here are the email list autoresponders that you want to download. Here's the buyers and the non-buyers links. So when you click these links, you will be able to download the emails for the autoresponders. So all those links, I mean, all those emails that I just showed you, these email files right here. So this whole email file, you'll just be able to copy and paste this. You don't even have to rewrite this stuff. I'm just giving it to you. These things, copy and paste them. All you've got to do in order to copy and paste those is download them from right here. Does everybody understand 8-figure funnel formula assets are all right here, and they're available tonight for 1 hour? What I'm not going to do is say that they're never, ever, ever, ever going to be available again, because again, I feel like that might be doing a disservice to my new students, and then it requires me to always make something up every week. Well, I think that there was a problem with my email and your internet connection, and so I'm opening this up again this week. Yeah, that just sounds sleazy. So I'd rather just be honest and say, hey, I feel like shit when I don't give something away to people that are on the webinar that joined us 2 days ago. And because they were a week late, they don't get the same, stuff. I just don't feel good about it. So rather than do that, I'm going to give it to you, but I am going to close it down in an hour, because there's no reason to take an hour to go click 4 links, right? And that protects all of the, all the people that I don't want downloading my stuff from getting it in the first place, right? So I only have like this one little hour of time where people can go in there and, mess with my stuff, okay? So tonight, to get this, I'm going to give you the link real quick. I want you to write this link down. Let's pull it up on the screen. Everybody write this link down. I know there's some new people. This is the link right here, okay? I'm going to put it in the chat box for you. There is a password for this link. That password changes every night. It's go.bsc.com/funnel. You'll see it on the screen. When you have written that down, type the number 1 in. If you have the link to get the free funnels and also get the free emails and the free books tonight, type the number 1. Okay? It's go.bsc.com/funnel. All right? Everybody type number 1. So many people email me after the fact. I couldn't find the link. I didn't know how to get there. It's been on the screen for an hour. I put it in the chat box. Like, what else can I do? It's right there. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you the password for that page. The password for that page will not work after 1 hour. Okay? And the links on this page will not work after 1 hour. But for the next hour, you can download all those emails. You can download the book itself, which is really awesome. You can download the document that you can edit the book, and you can download the actual funnels, okay? And you can download all of those for the next hour while we leave those links open. One thing I want to tell people, because I get people yelling at me every week about this. Okay, for those of you that do not have ClickFunnels, if you don't have it, right? Sharon says, you're right. You know what I'm about to say. For those of you that do not have ClickFunnels, okay, to go ahead and type the number 2 in if that's you, okay? Because it's all about putting it out there. Don't just sit there and think, yeah, I'm the person. So Nancy and Rosalind and Daniel and Terry and Scott and Kathy and Oliver or Olive and Peter and Robert and everybody that says the number 2, okay? If you don't have ClickFunnels and you get ClickFunnels tonight so that you could get, it says somebody can't join because it's full. Oops, that message must be delayed. Oh, okay, so if you get ClickFunnels tonight, here are the steps to get your funnel. The first step, okay, the very first step is you've got to go get ClickFunnels and then log into ClickFunnels, meaning open your account and log in. The second thing you would do is come to this page and click on this download button right here for this funnel, okay, while you're logged into your ClickFunnels account. That's the only way it will put those funnels into your account. Type the number 3 if you understand that, because there's so many people that get so mad and they can't get the funnel, but it's because they're not following instructions, okay? So just open your web browser, purchase ClickFunnels, log into ClickFunnels, then open a new tab, go to this page, click these links. They'll be in your account in 5 seconds, okay? All right, so lots of people say, I've been there, done that. Okay, with that said, let me first save this. I don't know why that's telling me that. Let me first save this. All right, your password for tonight, okay, for tonight's page is, and you'll like this, it's very fitting, emails. Your password is emails, because hey, at the end of the day, we're giving you emails and we're going to send emails. All you got to do is go to this website address, type in the password emails with an S on the end, okay? And once you do that, you should see this page right here, all right, with your links. Now I'm going to quickly, let's see, pull this over here. You should see this page with your links, and this will allow you to get ClickFunnels. If you have not subscribed to our Facebook alerts, I highly advise that you do that. That allows me to send you simple Facebook messages. Go ahead and say yes if you see those links now. If you see the autoresponder emails and those kinds of things. I see lots of yeses, yeses, yeses. All right, lots and lots of people saying yes. Very good. Let's see, just making sure that everybody is saying yes. The keyword for tonight is emails. That is the password. That is the keyword. I see lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of people saying yes. Let's see. That's right. Somebody said that was the password before it is. It's I have used that password twice now. The word emails. All right. So I see lots and lots of people saying they're in. Here's the thing. There are thousands of people that are in and downloading and getting stuff done. So if you're having any issues, I promise you it's on your end. Okay. So slow down. You have a full hour to do this. Okay. Let's see. Luis says, dude, that sucks. I'm leaving. So that's perfectly fine. I hate that sucks for you, that you are negative, but kind of goes against the never give up mantra, right? So probably wouldn't advise to give up just because of that. So I see lots and lots of people. Saying, Gary says that I missed the password. Gary, it's on the screen. Password is emails. All right. So the password is emails, and this will get you in, and you can download everything. Everybody has reported that they were downloading everything perfectly. John Billers. John, by the way, I was responding to your tickets in the support box today with some of your questions, so I remember your name. You said, how do you get ClickFunnels under my link? You can get it through any link, but if you want, you can get it right here. There's a button that says free trial to ClickFunnels. It's on this page. You click that button, that'll sign you up with ClickFunnels, and you'll get the free trial with ClickFunnels. So it lets you get started without having to spend any money right now, right? So why not do it if it's free? It gives you 2 full weeks to try it out. In the next 2 weeks, we build all these funnels, we put all this stuff together, everybody's happy, and then in the next 2 weeks, you say, wow, this makes total sense. We should crush this. I should keep doing this. Okay, well, now guess what? We've helped you to help yourself, right? And that's really the key, is helping you help yourself. Because look, so many people make the decision to not do the things that they know they need to do in order to be successful. How many of you know people like that? They make excuses, and excuses kill success. And they say, well, I can't do this, or I don't want to do that, or I'm going to procrastinate, right? Procrastination kills success too. Because the more we procrastinate, right, the longer we delay our success, and the longer we delay our success, the more we feel like we're never going to have it. So sometimes you just have to jump all in. You have to say, I'm in, I'm doing this, this is the way I'm going to roll, so let's make it happen, right? And that, to me, is the mindset you have to have in anything you do. Joseph Coleman says, day 1 of launching a funnel, I already have a monthly run rate of $200. So he's already making $200 a month. Is what he's saying. So congratulations, man. That's awesome. So if you don't want to procrastinate, okay, and you don't want to let that type of attitude keep you from being successful, then you've got to go all in on what we teach you. You know, look, there's 1,000 people on this webinar. I was getting the notifications popping up saying that essentially that we couldn't allow anybody else on the webinar because, well, we were already full. And that means there's people that are being left out. There's people that are not on this webinar right now that cannot get on simply because there are no spaces available. So I'm not the type of person that wants to bring every single person on my webinar that will give me 3 seconds of their time only for you to not do what I teach you to do. Like for me, I would rather you leave. If you're not going to do what I teach you to do, then what in the world are you doing here? Because you're taking a spot from somebody else. You're keeping somebody else from being able to do what they want. Right? And so I make this very simple, very easy. Occasionally I sell things on here. Occasionally I have a product that we create that I think is awesome, and we sell it, right? But 99% of the time, I'm just here teaching for free. You know, the week my dad died, right here on this webinar, teaching for free. The week my cousin died, right here on this webinar. Thanksgiving on this webinar. Christmas on this webinar. New Year's on this webinar. July 4th on this webinar. You know, it doesn't matter where I'm at or what I'm doing or what's happening in my life. I'm always committed to being here. And if I'm committed to being here, I want you to be committed to being present and being an action taker, not somebody that's just going to sit around, listen, and do nothing, right? And Roy, the password is not email. It's emails with an S, right? So one of the things that is very important in creating success online is being detail-oriented and paying attention to the details. The devil is always in the details. And if you look, the details show that the password is emails. not just the word email. Okay, so listen, guys, I hope you have a fun weekend, a safe weekend, a productive weekend. Do some homework. Create some funnels. Edit those funnels. Remember, I'm still challenging you to get 100 funnels inside of our Success Connection group, 100 edits of this funnel, and I'll create a whole second business and give it to you completely free, right? So there's a ton of information coming your way, a ton of opportunity coming your way. It's up to you to take advantage of it. That's what I want for you. If you're excited about this and you're ready to take action, show me. Go inside of our Success Connection group. Just apply to be a member. We'll get you approved tonight. You can see the link right there. Go on my Instagram. Go on my Facebook. We're live on Facebook right now. Go on Facebook and tell everybody that you're an action taker. You're going to do this, and you're going to make your funnels, and you're going to build your business, and you're going to have success, and you're not going to procrastinate until tomorrow to do something you could do today because you don't want to be one day behind the other person that didn't procrastinate, right? That's what's important. Putting it out there, saying it every day of the week, being committed to saying that is so important. You know, take advantage of the little things that we provide for you, like our M Insider newsletter. We're talking about $10 a month. It's not like I charge $1 million for it, but for $10 a month, Vic just made $400. That's literally, I mean, that's like 3 years worth of what he paid for it, all because of these little tips that I can teach. So get yourself involved. Morrison Education is more than just this one webinar. We have a whole portal of courses. We have a whole portal of things that there's so many opportunities for you to tap into and learn from. Do they cost money? Yes. Why? Because the only thing free in life is the Success Connection. They say nothing is free, but the only thing free in life that I know of anyway is the Success Connection, and that isn't free because it costs me money to have a webinar account. But the point is that there are things that you could be tapping into, taking advantage of. They're all inside of your Morrison Education portal. It takes a few seconds, and you can start to educate yourself on other levels. Fan page domination, killing it right now for me. That specific strategy. Abby, one of our students, and she's on here tonight, I just asked her to film an entire module for that because she's figured out a way to arbitrage, like literally to make $50 a day in profit. And I'm thinking, hell, let's teach that. Let's show that to everybody. I didn't figure that out. She did. So for all of our fan page domination students, hopefully we'll have that type of training coming in from her very soon. But get yourself involved and quit making excuses and start taking action. That's the best advice that I can give you. That's the most important advice that you'll ever get from anybody. I can promise you, if you're dealing with business, right? If you're working from the perspective of building a successful business. Okay. So anyway, take action. Do something this weekend. Next week, we're going to be crushing it. We're going to be giving you a product that you can sell on your bump sale, which is going to absolutely help you to make even more money. Some people make more money on that than they do the initial product. So we're going to go over that. I'm going to hook you up with everything that you need to be successful. Next week is going to rock because you've never seen a product like what I'm going to give you next week for this bump sale. It's a piece of the puzzle. You don't want to miss that piece. It will only be available if you are live, and it will be available for 1 hour while you're live. And I'm actually thinking about giving the password out at a random time next week because I have a feeling I'll have some people that will hop on at the end, get the password, and get the product. I don't think we're going to do that. So next week, random time, I'll be giving the password out. Might even change the website address for the first time. So I'm going to work on some things to make sure that people don't scam the system, right? But at the end of the day, I want to thank you all for being here. It's always a humbling experience to have 1,000 people on a webinar when there's all kinds of things going on in the world and in your life. And trust me, I know that very well. And I'm very thankful to have you here. I'm thankful that you spent tonight with me. You let me teach you. You let me, kind of show you what the things that are important to me. And hopefully they'll become important to you and they'll help you have massive success. So thank you so much for supporting me in what I love to do and what is really helping me through a very tough time in my life personally. And this, the Success Connection and preparing for it, and just the thrill of being able to talk to and teach so many people at one time, it's something that never gets old for me. So again, I appreciate it, and I've told you this many times. I get more out of this probably than you do. You just don't realize it and don't know it. So thank you so much for being here. Have a great night, everybody. I'm going to grab some dinner. I'm going to leave this screen up for a little while. Go get your funnels, get your book, get your emails. If you don't have ClickFunnels, get it from somewhere. I don't really care where. Just make sure that tonight is the first night of taking action and the last night of procrastinating. All right. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next week right here. Same place, same time. Bye.